Perovskites are one of the most important materials ever discovered for solar energy. Not because they're trendy or because they're experimental, but because on paper they solve nearly every major limitation that has held solar power back for decades. They can convert sunlight into electricity more efficiently than traditional silicon panels. They can be manufactured using simpler, less energy-intensive processes. And they can be engineered to absorb parts of sunlight that silicon simply can't use. If perovskites worked exactly as scientists envisioned, solar panels could generate far more power from the same space at lower cost using fewer raw materials. So, if they're far better than the current silicon-based solar panels, why aren't they everywhere already?
The answer is because perovskites have always struggled with one critical weakness. They don't survive the real world.
Heat breaks them down.
Moisture destabilizes their structure, and ultraviolet light slowly degrades their performance. In laboratory conditions, perovskite solar cells look and performed incredibly. Out on rooftops and exposed to years of weather, however, many early versions failed far too quickly. That fragility is the reason perovskites have stayed trapped inside research labs for more than a decade. But that's exactly why 2025 matters. Because this is the year researchers around the world didn't just push perovskites to higher efficiencies, they began solving the durability problem that kept them from ever being practical. This video is about these breakthroughs. Perovskite breakthroughs emerging from national labs and solar companies across the globe that suggest perovskites may finally be ready to revolutionize solar energy production. But before we get into these breakthroughs, we need to take a step back and clearly understand what perovskites actually are and why scientists have been chasing them for so long. So, what are perovskites? Perovskites aren't a single material. They're a class of crystalline materials defined by a specific atomic structure, first identified in a naturally occurring mineral called calcium titanate. What makes this structure special is how it interacts with light and electricity. Traditional silicon solar cells can only convert a limited portion of incoming sunlight into electricity. Even under ideal conditions, most commercial silicon panels top out in the low 20% efficiency range. Perovskites, on the other hand, perform a lot more better than that. Their crystal structure allows electric charges, electrons and their counterparts called holes, to move more freely, reducing energy losses inside the cell. Even more importantly, their chemical composition can be adjusted to absorb different wavelengths of light. This tunability is what makes perovskites so powerful. It allows them to be paired with silicon in stacked or tandem solar cells. Silicon absorbs one part of the solar spectrum. Perovskites absorb what silicon misses. Together, they produce significantly more electricity from the same surface area than they can separately. Also, unlike silicon, which needs to be mined from the earth, perovskites are also easier to manufacture. They can be deposited at low temperatures using relatively simple processes, unlike silicon wafers that require high-temperature crystal growth. But once again, there's a catch. Perovskites are chemically sensitive. Heat causes their internal structure to shift, moisture infiltrates and breaks down the crystal lattice, and ions migrate inside the material, slowly killing its efficiency over time. Early perovskite solar cells sometimes lost most of their performance in just a year or two. That kind of lifespan is unacceptable in an industry built around 25 to 30-year warranties. So for perovskites to matter, scientists had to fix durability without sacrificing efficiency. And in 2025, multiple research groups around the world finally started doing exactly that. One of the most important breakthroughs this year came from perovskite silicon tandem solar cells led by research and industrial teams in Europe and China. A standout player here is Oxford PV, a company spun out of the University of Oxford in the United Kingdom, now operating large-scale facilities in Germany. Working closely with institutes like the Fraunhofer Institute for Solar Energy Systems, Oxford PV has demonstrated tandem solar modules with efficiencies well beyond what silicon alone can achieve. What makes this significant isn't just the efficiency, which pushes into the high 20 to low 30% range, but the stability. These tandem modules have undergone extended outdoor and accelerated aging tests, showing degradation rates that begin to resemble those of commercial silicon panels.
For the first time, perovskite silicon tandems aren't just lab experiments, they're full-size solar modules being prepared for real-world deployment. That marks a major shift from promise to product. At the same time, single-junction perovskite solar cells made major progress, particularly from research teams in China and Europe. Institutions such as the Chinese Academy of Sciences and leading Chinese universities have reported single-layer perovskite cells surpassing 27% efficiency while also demonstrating improved resistance to heat and continuous illumination. The key innovation here is advanced interface engineering. Researchers introduced new molecular layers between the perovskite and adjacent materials to eliminate defects, microscopic flaws that previously caused rapid degradation. These cells were subjected to harsh testing conditions, including high temperatures and constant light exposure, and maintained most of their initial performance. This is important because single-junction cells are simpler and cheaper to manufacture than tandem designs, making them attractive for mass production if durability continues to improve. Another major breakthrough came from Saudi Arabia, led by researchers at King Abdullah University of Science and Technology, or KAUST. Rather than focusing purely on new materials, KAUST scientists optimized the internal architecture of perovskite cells, particularly inverted or PIN structures. Historically, inverted architectures were known to be more stable but less efficient. In 2025, KAUST researchers closed that gap. By redesigning charge transport layers and improving how the perovskite bonds to surrounding materials, they achieved high efficiencies while dramatically improving resistance to heat and humidity. These cells showed minimal performance loss after extended testing at elevated temperatures, a condition that would have destroyed older perovskites. This work is especially significant because inverted architectures are more compatible with industrial manufacturing processes. In other words, they're easier to build at scale. Meanwhile, researchers in South Korea, led by the Korea Institute of Energy Research, or KIER, made major advances in semi-transparent perovskite cells. These cells are designed for windows, building facades, and bifacial panels, applications where traditional silicon panels simply don't work. The challenge has always been durability. Transparent electrodes allow damaging radiation to reach sensitive internal layers, accelerating degradation. KIER scientists solved this by introducing protective metal oxide layers that block harmful particles without sacrificing transparency. The result was record-setting transparent perovskite cells that maintained nearly all their efficiency after hundreds of hours of operation. This opens the door to buildings that generate electricity through their windows, a completely new category of solar deployment. Behind many of these breakthroughs is a quieter but equally important trend: AI-driven materials discovery, led by research groups in the United States, Europe, and Asia. Universities and national labs are now using machine learning models trained on decades of perovskite research data to predict which materials combinations will be stable before they're ever synthesized. This approach dramatically reduces trial and error. Instead of testing thousands of random variations, researchers can focus on the most promising candidates from the start. In 2025, AI-guided design played a role in discovering more stable compositions, better interface layers, and entirely new perovskite formulations. It doesn't replace experimentation, it accelerates it, and that's one of the reasons progress feels suddenly faster than ever. So, what does all this mean? It doesn't mean silicon panels are going away tomorrow. It doesn't mean perovskites have solved every problem. But it does mean perovskites have crossed a critical threshold. They are no longer just efficient, they are becoming durable. They're becoming manufacturable, and they are attracting serious investment from industry and governments alike. Solar revolutions don't happen overnight. They happen when a technology stops failing in predictable ways. In 2025, perovskites stopped being fragile science experiments and started becoming credible contenders. And if this momentum continues, the future of solar energy may not be about replacing silicon, but about unlocking its full potential by building something better on top of it.